What if I told you the Aquarius friend in your life is not distant? They are measuring you, not your loyalty, not your affection, not how often you text. They are measuring whether your mind can sit next to theirs without shrinking. And if you have ever felt confused by an Aquarius friend, if you have ever wondered why they can go quiet for weeks but still claim you matter, if you have ever asked yourself, do they even care? Stay with me, because Aquarius does not love loudly in friendship. They love selectively, strategically, and once you understand how they choose you, you will never question their loyalty the same way again. Aquarius does not have many friends, and that is not an accident. They could. They are charming in their own unusual way. They can talk to anyone. They can blend into any group. They can make people feel seen with just one intelligent observation. But they do not collect people. They filter them. While most people bond over shared emotions, shared trauma, shared routines, Aquarius bonds over shared thinking. If your conversations never leave the surface, they will drift. If your connection is built only on gossip, they will detach. If you demand emotional intensity without intellectual depth, they will quietly lose interest. Aquarius falls in friendship through the mind first. They want to know how you see the world. What do you believe about justice? About freedom? About the future? About human nature? They want to debate with you and still respect you afterward. They want to disagree without feeling threatened. They want to sit across from someone who challenges them without trying to dominate them. And here is the first truth that makes people uncomfortable. Aquarius would rather be alone than be intellectually bored. They are not afraid of solitude. In fact, solitude is their power source. They recharge in silence. They think in silence. They rebuild in silence. So when they choose to let you into their mental world, that is not casual. That is intentional. But intentional does not mean intense. And this is where misunderstandings begin. Aquarius does not measure closeness by frequency. They can go days without texting you and still feel connected. They can go weeks without calling and still consider you close. To someone more emotionally expressive, this can feel like neglect. To Aquarius, it feels normal, because their attachment is not built on daily reassurance. It is built on consistency over time. They are not the friend who floods your phone. They are the friend who remembers the exact dream you told them about 6 months ago. They are not the friend who posts about you constantly. They are the friend who defends you when you are not in the room. And if you have never experienced that kind of loyalty, it can be easy to overlook. Now let's talk about the disappearing, because this is the part that hurts people the most. Everything feels good. Conversations are deep. There is laughter. There is connection. And then suddenly space. No explanation. No dramatic goodbye. Just distance. Aquarius disappears when they feel overstimulated. Too much emotion. Too much drama. Too much chaos. They are highly sensitive to emotional environments, even if they look calm on the outside. When a friendship starts to feel heavy, complicated, or suffocating, they pull back. Not to punish you, to protect themselves. And here is where the second truth hits. Aquarius will not fight for a connection that feels draining. They will not argue loudly. They will not beg. They will not create a scene. They will slowly detach. And if you do not notice, they will be gone before you realize what happened. But here is the nuance. Aquarius does not disappear because they stopped caring. They disappear to recalibrate. They need time to process feelings alone. They analyze their emotions instead of reacting to them. If they are hurt, they think about why. If they are disappointed, they examine patterns. If they feel misunderstood, they retreat rather than explode. They would rather solve their feelings internally than risk saying something they cannot take back. And that can look cold, but it is actually restraint. Now let me say something that might sting. Aquarius tests friendship in silence. They want to see who panics. They want to see who pressures. They want to see who respects space. If you send message after message demanding reassurance, they feel cornered. If you guilt them for needing time alone, they feel misunderstood. But if you stay steady, if you trust that the connection does not vanish just because the noise did, you earn their respect. And respect is everything to Aquarius. They do not chase dramatic loyalty. They admire emotional stability. They do not want a friend who is obsessed. They want a friend who is secure. Because Aquarius cannot breathe in relationships built on dependency. They need freedom like oxygen. Now let's talk about drama. Aquarius hates unnecessary conflict in friendships. Not because they are weak, but because they see it as inefficient. If someone gossips constantly, Aquarius withdraws. If someone creates rivalry, Aquarius disengages. If someone tries to manipulate emotions, Aquarius shuts down. They can sense subtle power plays. They can feel when someone is testing them. And once they identify emotional manipulation, something inside them locks. Here is the mini-climax most people never see coming. Aquarius can care deeply about you and still walk away without visible tears. Not because it did not hurt, but because once their respect is broken, their attachment fractures. They will not scream. They will not make a speech. They will simply stop investing. And when Aquarius stops investing, the energy changes permanently. Now here is the side no one talks about. Aquarius feels more than they show. They just filter emotion through logic. When a friend betrays them, they do not always cry. They analyze. When a friend disappoints them, they do not explode. They detach. But the pain is real. They just refuse to dramatize it. And that is why people underestimate how deeply Aquarius bonds. Because the bonding is quiet, but it is profound. If an Aquarius calls you a real friend, you have passed invisible thresholds. You have proven intellectual compatibility. You have proven emotional maturity. You have proven you are not controlled by chaos. And once you are inside that circle, you are not there temporarily. Aquarius does not form many bonds, but the ones they form can last decades, even through distance, even through life changes, even through long periods of silence. Because for Aquarius, connection is not maintained through constant contact. It is maintained through shared understanding. Now here is the third turning point. The day Aquarius stops reaching out first. It does not happen suddenly. It builds slowly. They notice imbalance. They notice effort differences. They notice when conversations become shallow. And instead of confronting immediately, they observe. If the imbalance continues, they reduce effort. If nothing shifts, they detach. Aquarius will not beg for reciprocity. They will simply invest where it flows naturally. And if you never notice the shift, the friendship fades quietly. No drama, no scene, just distance. But here is the beautiful part. If you are consistent, if you respect their independence, if you challenge them intellectually, if you avoid emotional games, Aquarius becomes one of the most loyal friends you will ever have. They will celebrate your originality. They will support your unconventional dreams. They will remind you who you are when you forget. They will tell you the truth even when it is uncomfortable. Because they value authenticity over comfort. They will not flatter you. They will not sugarcoat reality. But they will never lie to you to keep you comfortable. And in a world full of performative closeness, that is rare. Now imagine this. You are going through something real. Not surface-level stress, but life-altering pressure. Everyone around you reacts emotionally. Everyone is overwhelmed. And then there is Aquarius. Calm, observant, strategic. They may not hug you dramatically, but they will help you think clearly. They will help you plan. They will stay steady when you are spiraling. Because when things truly matter, Aquarius does not disappear. They show up differently. And that is the paradox. They can vanish from small talk, but they remain in real storms. If you measure friendship by daily messages, you may miss their depth. If you measure it by presence in crisis, you will see their strength. Aquarius does not cling. They choose. And being chosen by Aquarius is not casual. It means they respect your mind. It means they trust your character. It means they believe you are not threatened by their independence. And if you are an Aquarius listening right now, do not apologize for needing space. Do not feel broken because you value mental connection over emotional intensity. Do not feel guilty because you withdraw when overwhelmed. The right friends will understand your rhythm. They will not interpret silence as abandonment. They will not demand performance. They will not confuse independence with indifference. And if you are friends with an Aquarius, stop measuring them by frequency. Measure them by consistency. Do they show up when it counts? Do they respect you? Do they challenge you to grow? Do they remain authentic even when it is uncomfortable? That is how Aquarius loves. Quietly, selectively, powerfully. Not everyone will enter their inner circle. But once you are inside, you are not just a contact. You are not temporary. You are chosen. And Aquarius does not choose lightly. They may not hold your hand every day. They may not flood your phone with affection. They may disappear sometimes to rebuild themselves. But when loyalty is tested, when integrity is questioned, when the world feels unstable, they are still there. And that kind of friendship is not loud. It is rare. And rare things are never common for a reason.